In this video, we will be going over how to fix the white balance in your footage without even having white in it. What's up everybody, I'm Jake McHugh and this channel is all about making better videos. I do gear reviews and test videos to help you determine what gear you need to make the videos you want to achieve. If that's something that may interest you, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I have always struggled fixing my footage where the white balance was off, even if I had white in the frame. On some editing softwares like Final Cut Pro, which is what I use, you have tools that allow you to use a picker to automatically shift the white balance for you, but I've never liked or trusted the results I got from this. In a moment, we will be looking at some footage from a vlog of mine back in February where I was outside shooting, and once I got inside, I either forgot to change my white balance before it was too late, or I was using auto white balance and I have some really bad looking footage. I tried using the white balance tool in Final Cut Pro, but if you watch that video, you can tell that it really didn't do that great of a job, in my opinion. It wasn't until recently I found this really cool method from Denver Riddle on his channel called Color Grade Central, where he uses skin tones to correct the white balance. In his video, he breaks down on how to do it in the big 3 video editors or NLEs, so I will link his video up in the cards and down in the description below if you want to learn more about it, as I will do this in Final Cut, but the same rules apply for most video editors. The reason this works is that the skin tones are a constant from frame to frame, and if the skin tones are off, our brains are able to tell that something is wrong with the image. So let's jump into our computers and I will show you guys how I do this. All right, so we are now in Final Cut Pro. This is my preferred editing software, but like I said before, the same rules apply in any editor pretty much. And as you can see here, we have 2 clips from my Brewers on Deck vlog. We have one here of Christian Yelich and one here of Keston Hiura. And as you can see in both of these clips, the white balance is off. Not so much in this one, and it's off by a mile in this one. But when we're all said and done here, they both should look pretty darn good in my opinion. In both of these clips, we do have some white in the clip. Like for example here, Yelich's jersey is white in this one, and Keston's shoes is white in this one as well. But when I used the white balance tool that is in Final Cut Pro, I didn't really get the results that I liked, and I didn't really think they were as great as the method I'm going to show you here right now. So what we're going to do here first is get rid of our media pool up here on the left, and we're going to do that with Control-Command-1, and then we're going to open up our scopes because I did some basic exposure adjustments already, as you can see over here on the right in my color wheels, and I tweaked the saturation on both of these already. And to open up our scopes, we're going to hit Command-7, and as you can see, everything's looking okay here. If you guys want to see how I make basic exposure adjustments and play around with the saturation, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll make a video on that as well. But to speed up this video, I'm just skipping this process to make this a little bit quicker. So once you have the basic exposure adjustments out of the way, it's time to isolate the skin tones. And to do that, we're going to put a draw mask on. So I'll hit Command-5 to open up the effects window down here on the bottom right. And then I will type in draw. And I'll drop this onto the clip here. And what I like to do when it comes to isolating the skin tones is I like to actually zoom in on the face. It's a little bit awkward at first if you're not used to editing people up close and personal like this, but I like doing this because it helps me get a little bit more of an accurate mask when I go to make the draw mask here, but it also helps me see exactly what's going on in my vector scope, which I'll pull up here right away. But as you can see here, I'm just drawing a simple mask around his skin. That way we can see exactly what we're working with here. I'm going to go around his eye, just like so. And once we have these skin tones isolated here, I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. Then you can go down to this drop-down menu here and click on Vector Scope, and we can see how the skin tone is in relation to the skin tone line on the vector scope. And basically what you want here is you want these skin tones to fall right on the line there. So what we're going to do here, to make this easier for me to show you the before and after, I'm going to create another color wheel here. You could do it on the first set of color wheels that you make your basic corrections to, but like I said, to show you the before and after, make that easier, I'm going to start a second color wheel. And then what I like to do, I know Denver likes to use the color curves, and he goes in here and messes with the curves. I am not that great at that. I have to play around with that more and get better at that. But what I do like doing is I just like messing with this temperature slider here. And as you can see, it's kind of a warm image because it's shifted towards the yellow a little bit. So I'm going to cool this down. Not that much. I'm just going to do it until that skin tone falls in around that line there. Right about there, I think, is okay. And now, basically, all you have to do then is we go back here, we'll turn off our mask, and we'll click off of our transform here, and the image looks pretty great already. I mean, this white is looking more white, in my opinion. These lights are looking a little bit more white, and I'll turn this color wheel off quick, and you can see the difference it made already. If we look at our vector scope, everything looks a little bit more centered, and that just looks a lot better to me already. And basically what you could do once you get really good at this or get in a rhythm is when you already have your draw mask and you have your face blown up like this, that you're color correcting, you can go in and do your hue and saturation curves right away too for skin tone. I'll save that for another video, but you could do that right away too. So then you kind of got a 2-for-1. But yeah, I mean, it's that simple. It's pretty easy to do, and the results are pretty darn nice in my opinion. And then on this next clip here, this is a more extreme example. The color balance is way off. Sorry about that, Keston. But it's still pretty easy to do. We just really have to cool it down because, like I mentioned, I went from shooting in an outdoor environment where I was dealing with daylight, and then I came inside, and the lights inside this event here were very, very warm, and I was kind of surprised with that. But same rules apply here. Let's first get our draw mask, Command 5. Let's type in draw down here, drop it onto our clip. I'll X out of here. And then I will take and hit this box up here. We will zoom in on his face. We're not going to have much to work with here because he is further away in the shot. I can get in here a little bit more yet. Right about there should be good. Then I'll take my draw mask and I'll start outlining or isolating his skin tone. And then as you can see here, his skin is way off. So then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit Command 6, which is going to bring up my color wheels. I'm going to drop down and add another color wheel. So we are on color wheels 2 here. And we're going to go down to the temperature slider. And we're just going to really cool this thing down. Right about, maybe not that much. I'm going to use my arrow keys to kind of help me out here. Right about there is not that bad, I would say. We also can make adjustments to the tint as well, but I find that most of my adjustments are all done with the temperature, and it seems to do the trick for me. So then once again, I'll turn off this draw mask, I'll turn off the transform, and look at this image. I mean, we went from super, super warm, like darn near unusable in my opinion, to something that looks halfway decent. And I mean, this is great. This was shot on a GH5 in 10-bit 422 at 24 frames per second. And the fact that I'm able to turn this around and make it look halfway decent is just remarkable. So this tip is really, really changed the way I color grade, especially when I screw up when I'm shooting. And that's pretty much it. It's very easy to do and it's very effective. So I hope this quick video helps you guys if you run into a problem like this in the future. Once again, make sure to watch Denver from Color Grade Central's video on this, on how to do it in your preferred video editor. And that will be linked in the description or in the cards, like I mentioned before. So that's gonna do it for this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something out of it. If you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the bell. That way you get notified when I drop future videos, just like this one here. And last but not least, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.